All right. Looks like we are good. Let me switch over and turn on speech chat. All right. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless, one of the man licking clay, and we are back for some LeMans Ultimate. Looks like they got some pretty good races this week. Most notably, the GTEs are back for a second week in a row. So I definitely want to jump into those races. But before we do, a couple of things that I want to talk about. For the most part, I have been feeling better. And I went in for my biopsy Monday morning. And I was a little bit nervous about that. They gave me a shot.
C63 said, "Hey teammate.
How's it going, teammate? I hope you're doing good today. So about the biopsy, they gave me a shot of lidocaine right there. If you guys can see it, but basically at the bottom of my neck, they gave me a shot of lidocaine to numb the area. And when the needle first went in, it didn't bother me at all until the needle hit what I believe was the bottom of my Adam's apple. That stung. And I was getting a little bit concerned, and I thought that I thought she was going to go a little bit deeper with the needle, but right when it hit it and right when it stung, then she pulled the needle out. Um, a few minutes later, my neck was numb and it was kind of difficult to swallow. And she warned me before she would go in with the needle to take the sample. She would warn me that she's going in so I don't swallow or move or anything. And so they went in twice, and I didn't feel the needle when it went in, but I did feel the needle when it hit my Adam's apple because it felt like somebody was pushing on it with a sharp pencil. Meanwhile, she's got an assistant watching the ultrasound, watching where the needle is going and guiding her. You know, she's kind of looking at it herself, but she's got a nurse working with her, looking at the screen, guiding her where the needle's going to go. And so they told me 5 to 7 days for the test results. The test results came back like 2 days later. And I do not have cancer. I do not have thyroid cancer. I'm not going to say I never thought, but I felt confident that I probably didn't have cancer, but I wanted to be certain, you know, because of the chest discomfort that I was experiencing, it was possible that it might have been connected to the thyroid. So it turns out I do not have thyroid cancer. And as far as the nodules go, they said that if, you know, as long as I'm not having any problems breathing or swallowing, they can just leave it alone and just come back and check once a year. And if it gets any bigger, then they can just remove it surgically. And so, and speaking of the chest discomfort that I was experiencing about a week ago, mostly it's gone. I still feel something once in a while, but when I do, it's like that. It's gone that quick. So the monitor, the heart monitor that I'm wearing, tomorrow's my last day to wear that, and I have to mail it into a clinic, and then I guess they're going to analyze the heart rhythms and, you know, go from there. But I guess initially the machine that they hooked me up to when I went in about a week ago, they said my heart rhythm was normal. And I would like to think that from the last round of blood work that I did, if there was any sign of heart disease there, they would have found it and would have said something there, because I guess, you know, blood work is the way that they get a more accurate, what's the word I'm looking for, analysis. So thank goodness. Other good news is that Microsoft lost $400 billion in market cap, which I don't know if that means that they lost investors' money, their own money, whatever the case may be, but they lost 400 billion in market cap in one day. And a lot of it was driven by the rejection of AI. There's like the bottom's falling out of AI. I don't have a problem with AI itself. I do have a problem with Microsoft trying to force it on everybody because, you know, Copilot is in your PC and you can't get rid of it. I have gone into my computer and I thought I uninstalled it, but as soon as I opened the browser back up, Microsoft Edge, there it was again, and activated. Every time you close the window and then open the window up again, Copilot is there and it's switched on. You always have to switch it off. So I guess Microsoft is getting the message that people do not like Copilot. So I guess it's rumored that they are working on some patches and improvements and stuff, and possibly giving people the option of removing Copilot. But I've seen some videos of how to remove Copilot, which at some point I will do. But more than anything, I told you guys last week I sold one of my computers. It was the lowest one that had the 2070 in it. But before I sold it, I upgraded the graphics card to a 3070. And so I now have a 2070 laying around. So believe it or not, I'm going to build another computer with that 2070 for the sole purpose of putting Linux on it and see how it goes. Because more than anything, more and more people are switching to Linux, and it's definitely got Microsoft's attention. I would dare say they probably weren't scared at first, but I guess with as many people switching over to Linux every single day, I guess they are. I'm getting the impression that they're not scared yet, but they are very concerned. And I definitely want to get away from Windows. I've never hated a company as much as I hate Microsoft. I've never hated a company for as long as I've hated Microsoft, and I would love nothing better than to get away from Windows and switch over to Linux. So basically, I'm going to be building a guinea pig computer. I'm going to put Linux on it and see how it goes. And assuming that the stuff that's most important to me, like my VR headset, OBS, if those things work without a hitch, I will probably more than likely be putting Linux on all my PCs. But as far as my headset goes, one of the other options is to buy the upcoming Steam frame that we should be getting some information about soon, I hope. That headset does operate on Linux. So I'm thinking about that. Because I'm not sure this MetaQuest Pro will be compatible with Linux if I were to switch my computer over to Linux. So we'll see how that all plays out. But yeah, I absolutely want to be done with Windows and move on to Linux. So I'm still doing some research. At the very least, I've seen some videos of how to remove Copilot from your computer. I guess it involves going to GitHub and getting a program that will remove it for you, because Microsoft basically put it in your computer and you can't get rid of it. That's one of the beautiful things about the PC community. There's not a problem that they can't solve. If there's something you have a issue with your computer, they have the answer. You just have to do some Googling and reading articles and stuff like that. But yeah, I cannot. I'm really looking forward to building this next PC and see how it runs with Linux, so I can be absolutely done with Windows. I mean, with Linux on the horizon and me being able to get rid of Linux, it almost feels like maybe an Independence Day is coming. Get away from that. Get away from Windows. I would love to. So a couple of more things before we get into some racing. LeMans Ultimate is coming up on its 2nd year anniversary. The game launched in early access on February 20th of 2024. That is my first stream. That was my very first stream, and let me show you guys the proof. So right here, here's the YouTube studio for my channel. And when I click this right here, you will see that I have done 166 LeMans Ultimate streams. I believe 100% that I have the most LeMans Ultimate VR streams. But honestly, I believe that I have the most LeMans Ultimate streams, period. I mean, I don't stream it the way I did in the beginning, so somebody may eventually catch up to that. I don't know. I mean, we have a lot of people streaming LeMans Ultimate every day now, but over the past 2 years, I calculated the numbers. So based on the numbers over the past 2 years, I average one stream every 4.4 days. So basically that's about 3 streams every 2 weeks. So yes, I wear that badge proudly. And my very first stream was February 20th, the day that it launched in early access 2024. And 6 days later, I did the first VR stream. And I went back and watched that video, and yeah, that was a big day for me, because when I first learned about LeMans Ultimate, when I first learned that Studio 397 was making a racing game based on the WEC, I was already excited. I was already on board because I love the WEC, and I've said it so many times, the 24 Hours of Le Mans is my favorite race in the entire world. So naturally, that race would probably be the centerpiece of whatever Studio 397 was working on. So I didn't even need to see the game. I already knew that I was going to support it. And Le Mans Ultimate has not disappointed. Is still my favorite sim. And I've got the streams to prove it. 166 Le Mans Ultimate streams. I would probably say out of that 166 streams, I believe 163 of them are in VR. So let's head on back. Oh, and while I'm at it, if you'd be so kind to hit the like, I would appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. So what's next for Le Mans Ultimate? Because this game has come a long way in the past 2 years. And what's next for them? Content-wise, I guess pretty soon here, we should be getting Barcelona, and I think that would be the last track that's missing from the European Le Mans series. After that, it's probably presumed that from there, the next batch of content that we will probably get would be from the Asian Le Mans series. And I took a look at that calendar.
End of the month is in 24-hour race in
there's
LMU.
6 rounds over 3 tracks. And one is Sepang over in China. The next one is Yas Marina, or the Dubai Autodrome, which that's the Dubai Autodrome track. To my knowledge, as far as games that are in my library, Race Room is the only sim in my catalog that has that track, and it's actually a nice track. I kind of like it. And then what are you saying here, Henez? End of the month is 24-hour race in Le Mans Ultimate. Yeah, yep. They advertised that a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know how you feel about doing that race. You know, if your schedule allows you to do that race. But if we agree to do that race, I think we need to bring a 4th person on board. And one of my friends, his name is Dark and Saw. He also races in VR. And I've been friends with him for a few years. I know back when both of us used to race on ACC, he was slightly faster than me. So if we were to bring him on, we would be bringing on a guy, give or take, this in our same range as far as lap times go. So think about that. You know, now speak to Andreas about it and see how you guys feel about bringing him on. So he's already said that, you know, if we need a fourth driver, let him know. He lives in Arkansas, which is a couple of hours behind me. So, but yeah, if we do the 24 hours at the end of the month, I would like to strongly consider bringing him on board. So yeah, you know, hopefully the three of us can get together in WhatsApp or something and talk about it. I know that I was in the middle of talking about about the Asian LeMans series. So there's 3 tracks on their calendar: Sepang, the Dubai Autodrome, which is a very nice track, and Yas Marina. So there's 3 tracks that they can bring us there. I think as far as new cars go, joining the grid, I think this year, Hyundai will be joining the grid this year with their Genesis hypercar. And I think, you know, I know for a fact next year Ford will be joining, and so will McLaren. So, but unfortunately, it's possible that this year could be Alpine's last year. They may be dropping out. We already lost Porsche. So let's hope we can keep Alpine. And I think a little bit of a side note, this
At
weekend
Shumi_VR
on Race Room
said,
they're going to
I dream of
retry the
Intercontinental
2.4
GT
hours
Challenge
of
Series
Daytona.
for Nords, Bathurst,
I think
and
they tried it
Suzuka.
they did it last week or the week before, and I believe their servers crashed because they had more people than anticipated. Because like right before, at the last I had checked, they had almost 800 people registered for that race, and that's ginormous for Race Room. So I think they've straightened out those issues and they're ready to give it another shot. So if I don't have to work this weekend, I may give it a shot of doing the 2.4 hours of Daytona on Race Room. Shumi, I dream of Intercontinental GT Challenge Series for Nords, Bathurst, and Suzuka. I guess that would be cool, but honestly speaking, I don't want Le Mans Ultimate to go away from the multi-class concept. That's what Le Mans Ultimate is all about, is hypercars and GT3s being on the same track.
Said,
Ham VR, my guy,
dude.
how you doing? And not only that, Le Mans Ultimate has set the tone for today's sim racing because of, in my opinion, because of the success of Le Mans Ultimate. I think iRacing has put a focus on multi-class races with hypercars and GT3s. Race Room has put a focus on that.
Said,
for their weekly
Discord
races
DM
and
later.
their special events.
Sent you a treat
they
to watch
do a lot of
sometime, winking
hypercars
face.
GT3 races. Forza Motorsports. Check your Discord DM later. I sent you a treat to watch sometimes. Okay, I'll check it out after this stream. Who else is starting to put a focus on multi-class races? So I mentioned Race Room, iRacing. I believe, like I said, Forza I think they got 4 hypercars on Forza, whereas GT7 only has 1. Project Motor Racing, as much as a disaster as that game has turned out to be, they have 9 hypercars, whereas Le Mans Ultimate has 12 hypercars. So with Project Motor Racing, the only major manufacturer that's missing from the hypercar class on that game would be Ferrari, the Ferrari 599p, I believe it is. So yeah, and I think with the hypercars and GT3s, I think originally they did not plan to add that stuff. Because I think the game was going to be called GT Revival or something like that, because I think it was going to be based on, the Group C, the GT classes and stuff. And I think at the last moment, they made a decision to add GT3s and hypercars to the game. And like Project Motor Racing, like them or not, they have a good lineup of GT3s and hypercars. In fact, as far as like hypercars and GT3s, I think they come a close second to LeMans Ultimate in terms of having the best lineup of hypercars and GT3s. So yeah. So short story long, LeMans Ultimate has set the tone that I think today's sim racing, I think people want that hypercar GT3 format. Is grown. The WEC has grown. LeMans Ultimate has grown. And I think games that have added hypercars and GT3s have benefited from it. Automobilista too. They have 6 hypercars on there. And a lot of GT3s, Gen 1, Gen 2 GT3s. So yeah, I think I've yapped for about a half hour here. I think I'm ready to jump into some races. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But if it hits me, then I'll come back to it. All right, so let's see what we got here. Oh, the GTE Sprint at Paul Ricard. Be GT3.
At Shumi_VR said, maybe GT3
That's
plus GT4 multi-class.
Check that. Slide this over here. Maybe GT3 and GT4 multi-classes.
At Shumi_VR
GTE at Imola. Yeah, that's the one that I want to do.
Imola.
But yeah, GT3, GT4, just again, I believe that LeMans Ultimate is based on hypercar P2, P3, GT3, and GTE, even though that class is defunct. And that's what I would prefer to keep. Because I think if you start adding those GT challenge tracks and you add a GT4 class, now it's not a Le Mans series based game anymore. Now it starts to feel more like iRacing, or feels like they started trying to work in some ACC into the game. And I'm not really with that. See here, Paul Ricard is not a track that I'm good at. But it looks like that probably will be my best bet to do that, because it'll only be a 20-minute race. And I am for the most part, it's going to take the perfect combination for me to do a bronze race. In my opinion, the risk in terms of driver rank, the risk is greater than the reward. So, but I think we can hop in here and do a few practice laps. And there is the beautiful Corvette made by my teammate, Henez Katoni, Henny C63 in the chat. It took me a couple of days to realize that this car looks like it is purple and black with orange trim. I absolutely love this car. So let's do a couple of laps. And today, I think I'm going to wear the yellow gloves. These gloves feel strange. I haven't worn them in a while. All right. Let's hop on in there. I think this will be my first online race that I've streamed on Paul Ricard. No, you know what? This will be my first. I think this will be my first online race, period. I've done some practice on this track before on LeMans Ultimate, but I don't think I've done an actual race. And my lap times have been absolute dog shit. Esports, let's do the safe quali. Instead of this esport one. Uh-oh. We got a problem. Well, my base shakers aren't working. And there's a pretty good chance yep, Microsoft did it again. One of the damn updates broke this shit again. Oh my god.
At RSR Pocahontas Pink said, "Hey Lincoln HRU, hello chat."
Pocahontas!
Ain't no stopping this train! Whoa!
How you doing? So, looks like I'm gonna have to delete this.
At Necrodogs said, "Woof woof."
How's it going?
At Necrodogs said, "Hope everyone's doing well."
I am doing good. So let's see here. Front and rear.
At Necrodogs said, "Good to see you, mate."
Same to you. Thank
At
you. Thank
RSR
you.
Pocahontas Pink said, "Hanging in there, Lincoln. How is your day so far?"
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. Yeah, but sure enough, Microsoft. My God, that's
At
another
RSR
reason.
Pocahontas Pink said, "Hand pink waving necro."
That's another reason why I hate Microsoft. Their updates either break some of my apps or they return those apps to the default setting. I cannot wait to get this PC built and try Linux so I can get away from the clutches of Windows 11. All right, let's go. Look at all those McLarens, as you would expect.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 18 Celsius. The exit looks clear. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. We need to get some heat into these brakes.
What an idiot.
Tiny bit of aero damage there. You probably won't even feel
At
it.
Necrodogs said, "I just did a 830 at Nordschleife in ACC, broke my PB in the BMW 3 times tonight, flexed biceps."
Oh, nice.
Blue
At
flag.
Necrodogs said, "Hi Pocahontas."
Yellow flag Sector 3. We think Brady has crashed. Green flag in Sector 3.
If you guys can't hear the car, let me know and I'll turn it up.
At Necrodogs said, "Give them hell, Lincoln."
Do my best.
At Necrodogs said, "Car sounds loud and clear."
Okay, great. I mean, because I kind of got the volume turned down a little bit.
Yellow
on the
flag.
headset.
P16. Fastest lap for Ardo. 207.10. Clear right. Green flag, Sector 3.
At Necrodogs said, I love and hate this track. It's fun to drive, but I always get murdered in T1 or T2.
I feel the same way for the most part. Fun track, but
Sector 2 is 1.1 off the face.
I suck at it.
Yellow flag. Green flag in Sector 3. Okay, Clay, you need to watch the track limits.
Oh my goodness. Ah!
Yellow flag. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. P7. That's a new fastest lap for Becker, 2:07.00. Sector 1 is 1.9 seconds off the pace.
At Shumi_VR said, yet to buy it, we'll give it a go on EVO. At Shumi_VR
Incident Sector 3,
said,
yellow flag.
should have bought the season pass face turquoise covering us.
14.58. We think that Robillard has gone off.
Oh,
Sector 3 is
shoot.
clear.
I missed the marker. There it is right there. Let's go on the main menu and get ready. So, yet to buy it,
That's
we'll
the
give
end
it a
of
go on
session
EVO.
E8.
Yeah, that's I don't know what to make of that situation with AC EVO, but honestly speaking, when I tried it, the game just didn't leave a good first impression with me. The VR was absolute dog shit. And I don't know, the game just felt like it was trying to be part GT7, part ACC, part original, a set of course. I wasn't vibing with it. I just wasn't feeling it.
At Necrodogs said, I only have this track in Assetto Corsa and at ACC it's great. Just have to learn to be patient and let it roll through the turns.
Yeah. This track is also on Race Room too, I believe.
At Necrodogs said, EVO is great on single screen if you have a reasonably powerful machine.
Which, you know me, I prefer to race in VR, but for it, like in the beginning, for as broken that the VR was,
At Shumi_VR said, gives LaSalle vibes.
Yeah, for as broken as the VR was on AC EVO, it still, to me, had the potential to be the best looking VR sim racer.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
At Necrodogs said, EVO VR is probably 6 months or more away.
Yeah, that's...
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 15 Celsius.
And the game just isn't going to get a lot of playtime with me until they get that VR together. Now, I can tell you right now, Rensport is not getting purchased until they get that VR together.
Pit exit's clear. Push. Your brakes are cold. Be careful.
At Necrodogs said, right now the VR and triple screen support is high school project level.
Eesh.
Technically works, but it's done.
I mean, I tried it about 3 weeks ago.
Track temp's increasing. It's now 17 Celsius.
And
Yellow flag in sector 2. We think Clip has gone off. Green flag, sector 2. Checker flags out, P5. That's the end of the session, P5.
all right, here we go. 8 minutes of quali. So here we go.
All clear, push now. Okay, Clay, we've got 7 minutes to get a decent lap in. The brake temperatures are low, we need to get some heat into them. Clear left. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 18 Celsius.
No.
Clear right. Right, Clay, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Fastest lap for Graham, 209.00. That's a new fastest lap for Roy, 206.44. P15. Sector 3 is 2.7 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Your rear brakes are getting pretty hot. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Cold tyres all round. New fastest lap for Ardo, 205.70. Fastest lap for Roy, 205.07. Track limits. The guy behind has just done a 211.80. P15, sector 3 is 3.2 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 1.2 off the pace. That's the end of the session, B16.
Right back in the 15th place, right where I'm supposed to be. I don't know if that'll hold up or not, though. So, car setup. Let's go with the safe racing setup. New tires, full tank. Come down a little bit. So I believe this is going to be a 40. Oh shit, this is only a 20-minute race. So as far as fuel goes,
teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Probably only going to need, we're going to go with 11 laps. Yep, 11.4, we good. All right. Let's go, Voltron Force.
At Necrodogs said, the announcer sounds so depressed. It's fantastic face with tears of joy.
All right, let's go, y'all. One of the good things about being in the back is that I
At
don't...
Necrodogs said, good luck.
Thank you so much. I'm going to need it.
Go! Clear left. Clear left. Clear left. Left, clear left. Okay, Clay, decent start. We can build something from here. Clear right. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag Sector 3. It looks like Lavoie has binned it.
That time was
13th place. Okay, Clay, the next car is Rice. Keep it within the track limits. Yellow flag Sector 2. We can see Daniels has binned it. Green flag into the right, clear right. Daniels has just retired from the race. The car in front of us is Cyprian.
No!
Yellow flag. Sector 3 is green.
I was starting to get a little too comfortable. Why would that idiot try to force his way underneath?
Said.
You've had a bit of bodywork damage. Stay out, it's not too bad.
I had this stupid idiot try to force his way underneath.
Alright, Clay, the next car is Larry.
time 2:19.
B17. Yellow flag, watch out. Anderson is now leading. Minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. Yellow flag. Green flag, sector 2. Brett is now retired. Car right side's clear. Well done, Clay. Good pass. Eyes front. The driver in front of us is Neville. We've just cut the track. We've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them. Yellow flag in sector 3. Sector 3 is now clear. It looks like Pedro has stacked it.
Seen them coming from a mile away.
Clear left. Yellow flag, set left, clear left. We think that Pence has spun off. Green flag, sector 3. Clear left. Sector 3 is yellow. It looks like Graham has binned it.
Really?
Sector 3 is clear, green flag. Okay, Clay. The next car is Lavoie.
That time was a 2.
Come on, get your head back into it. Keep it smooth. Focus on these lines. V21.
He's probably gonna retaliate.
We've just had a warning for cutting the track. Right side's clear. Come on, man, defend harder. Roy is now in the lead. The car ahead is Graham. Sector 3 is now yellow. Sector 3 is clear. That's a new fastest lap for Jeffrey, 206.25. Anderson is leading the race. The car behind is pitting.
Damn it!
Sector 1 is now green. Larry has retired from the race. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Sector 2 is clear. We think that Roy has binned it. Okay, Clay, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. We're halfway home. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines. The gap to Pence behind is increasing. It's now 8.6.
Lap 2, 16.
E20. Alright Clay, the next car is La Voie. We've been warned about track limits. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. We think that Graham and La Voie have spun off. Green flag in sector 1. Yellow flag, caution. Graham behind is pitting. Sector 2's green. Graham has just retired.
What the hell was that all about?
The next car is clear. Air temps increasing. It's now 25 Celsius. The gap behind is now 1.2, B18. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. It looks like Roy has crashed. That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes. Couturier is now leading. 17th place. Sector 2 is now yellow. We can see Jeffrey has gone off. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Clay. The gap to Lavoie behind is increasing. It's now 7.1. The leader's just done a 206.36. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Lap 2:09.34.
Fastest lap for Criteria, 205.61. Green flag, sector 3. We think Becker has gone off.
Not again! Ah, I was trying to set a personal best.
Sector 1, yellow flag. We think Becker has spun off. Yellow flag in sector 3. We think that Benoit has stacked it. Green flag in sector 3. Last lap.
7-0.
Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. It looks like Cyprian has spun off. Sector 3 is now clear. Couturier has took the win. Sixteenth place. Okay, it's over. Bad luck, Clay. Okay, pit stop requested.
So I'm probably going to lose rank for this, but the impact will probably be low, since I was expected to finish 15th and I came in 16th. And true to form, you know, came across a couple of idiots. It is what it is. And they're throwing words at each other already in here. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let's go see. Let's go see what the damage is. Hey, a gain driver rank. Well, how about that? Well, how about that? All right, this is the one I've been waiting for. All right, folks, we've got 6 minutes. I am going
At
to...
Necrodogs said, GG on gaining rating.
Hey, it's better than losing rank. Thank you so much. Be right back, folks. I need a drink. Oh, crap. There we go. All right, folks. Be right back. Oh boy. Well, that'll have to do. Ah, Christ. Everything's all out of whack now. Let's see. All right. Oh, we got 1 minute. All right.
At Necrodogs said, I'm off to bed. 2:35 a.m. here.
All
Working
right.
in
Thanks
6.
so much for dropping in. Really appreciate it.
At Necrodogs said, good luck, have fun.
Same to you. Thank you.
At
Oh.
Necrodogs said, see you next time.
Yep, same to you. I had some problems with OBS with the layout, so right. Only one car came out.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Your brakes are cold. Take it easy. That's the end of the session. P1.
Oh. Lost the glove somewhere. I'm being a total buffoon today. All All right, 5 laps. 8 minutes. Oh, excuse me.
All clear on pit exit, you can push now. We've got 6 minutes to do the business. Let's get some heat into these brakes. You're running last. Come on, Clay. 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Gonna validate this lap, track limits. The leader has just done a 1:45.63. The leader has just done a 1:44.54.
That time was a 1:46.55.
Watch the track limits, please, Clay. Cold tyres all round. has just done a 144.51. The leader has just done a 142.92. Your brake temps look good. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Lap 146.
V6. We need to watch these track limits. The guy in front has just done a 146.02. The guy behind has just done a 145.95. That's the end of the session. P9.
Time 145.86.
Well, let's see if that holds up. I've gotten into the 144s before. Okay, so this is going to be a 40-minute race. Oh, 10.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
All right, see where we're at. Got a full tank in fronts. So it's going to be a 22 lap race. Holy shit. I got enough for 17 laps. So could do 16.
At hole in Dan suck. Said. Hello, hello.
How's it going? 6, 16 plus 23. So we put 8 laps in there.
Formation lap has started.
Oh shit.
Clear right, yellow flag. We think Perez has gone off in Tamburello. Clear left, tiny bit of aero damage, just ignore it.
I didn't hit anything.
Start's okay, now find your groove. Yellow flag. Barry is now in the lead. Green flag in sector 3. Okay, Clay, the next car is Pedro. Sector 1 is green. Torrance is getting closer. The gap's now 0.24. Don't wait too long, find that gap. Right side's clear.
I'd rather you take the guy in front of me anyway, because he's slow and won't get out the way.
car in front of us is now Torrance.
That time was a 1.
P8. Track limits, watch those lines. Your tyres are cold, watch out. The gap to Torrance ahead is increasing. It's now 1.0.
Lap 1:45.99.
Pay attention to track limits. Please, Clay. Come on, just send it. Yellow flag in sector 3.
That time was a 1:46.29.
Okay, Clay. Stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake. Fastest lap in your class. Track limits.
Lap 147.22.
Okay mate, watch for a mistake. They're slower than us through, but that's a 1. We think Cole has stacked it. Sector 3 is green. Track. Keep it nice and tidy. Please, Clay. Place. We've been warned about track limits. Faster car behind. He's on our lap. We're not going to get a blue flag. Clear right. Right, the guy ahead of us is Mark. Sector 3 is now yellow. We can see Baron has gone off in very anti-alta. Okay, Clay, the next car is Torrance. You're locking your left front, braking for Reversa 1. It looks like Perez has gone off in Reversa 1.
That time was a 1:48.39.
Sector 3 is clear.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Sector 2 is yellow.
And he tried to take me out and missed.
We think that Torrance has gone off in Miratella. Green flag in Sector 2. Torrance has retired.
That's all I had to do was just sit back there and wait. Something was going to happen.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. The guy in front is Pedro. Sector 3 is yellow. Sector 3 is green. We think that Mooney has crashed in Variante Alta.
Lap 1:40.
6th place. Mark behind is pitting. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. You're being caught by the faster class cars. The gap to P5 in front is now 5.3 seconds. Blue flag. Flag. Okay, Clay. We've gone out of track limits. Keep it between car clear right.
That time was a 1:45.69.
Gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. We can see Perez has stacked it in Variante Alta. Okay, Clay, you're reeling P5 in. The gap is now 3.6. There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag. The next car is Gartner.
Time 1:45.27.
That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes. You're halfway home. Green flag sector 3. Perez has just retired from the race. Stay between the lines, please, Clay. Faster car approaching. This guy's the class leader. There's a car leaving the pit lane. You're reeling P5. In. The gap is 0.15. Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. Incident sector 3, yellow flag. Green flag in sector 3. We think guy has crashed. Yellow flag, caution. It looks like
Really
Cole
do.
has binned it in Ravazza 1. Green flag in sector 3.
That time was a 1:48.45.
There's a faster car approaching. He's racing us for position. Don't expect a blue flag. Alright, Clay, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake. We've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. Clear left. left front has a bit of wear. Left, that's 15 minutes.
That time was a 1:47.74.
Okay, Clay, we've just cut the track. P6.
Go ahead, I'm letting you go.
The active Gardner ahead is now 1.2 seconds. Acknowledged, pit stop requested. We have no recorded pit timings. This will hurt our pit exit estimates. We expect you'll be coming out of the pits into clear air. When we leave the pits, we think we'll be in P6, a few seconds in front of Lima. Pit crew is ready.
Guess I'm doing okay so far. Okay, we good. All right, let's focus.
The pit exit's clear. Blue flag. All right, Clay, there's a faster car approaching. The car in front is Marin. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Blue flag. It looks like Guy has gone off in Variante Alta. Clear left.
That's the #1 car
Okay,
behind.
is now on mediums. The gap to P1 behind is now 2.1 seconds, 1 lap in front.
If he catches me, I'm not gonna fight him.
The next car is Gartner. Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag. Sector 2 is now green. We think that Weber has binned it in Aqua Minerale. Okay, Clay, you're reeling Gartner in. The gap's now 13 seconds. The leader, Barry, is pitting.
5.34.
Damn, I was trying to beat my personal best.
We'll be warned about track limits. You're reeling Gartner in. The gap's now 8.7.
Lap 144.89.
Pay attention to track limits, please, Clay. You're reeling P5 in. The gap is 6.6 seconds. Okay, Clay, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Nice and smooth with that throttle. Keep it balanced. We think Mooney has gone off in Revatsa 1, green flag, sector 3. You cut the track, keep it nice and tidy. Okay, Clay, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
Line 147.10.
Clear left, push now, the guy behind is catching. Track limits. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. Faster car approaching, he's racing us for position, don't expect a blue. Incident in sector 1, yellow flag. We can see Mooney has binned it, the track temperature's decreasing, it's now 33 Celsius. Sector 1 is clear.
Oh shit! Definitely gonna get reported for that one.
The car in front is 2 laps behind.
But I think he moved
Yellow
under
flag,
braking.
sector 2. We think that Nia has gone off in Aqua Minerale, green flag, sector 2.
Oh shit! Probably gonna get reported for that one. Make no mistake.
All right, Clay, the next car is Pedro.
Go back and look at the replay. I definitely didn't mean to hit him, but he might have moved under braking.
149.
V5. There's a faster class car approaching. Okay, Clay, we just cut the track. Silver is the winner. You're right. P5. There's the finish. Good result today. Well done. Okay, pit stop requested.
Oh boy. So the guy that I accidentally hit was Jason Gardner, and Clay going for a gap that never existed. Fucking idiot. Now, I don't know about that, Gardner. You might have moved under braking. Let's see. Yep. Then, as I figured he would. He called me a fucking idiot. I had been fighting with him. I fought with this guy half this race, and he defended his position to almost to the point where I almost want to say he was blocking. Point being is, you know, it definitely wasn't an accident because right there, he put me in a bind right there. I had to slow down. That's a tough one. Audience, what do you guys think? Was that on me? I mean, it was an accident, but was that on me, or did he move under braking? Oh no! Oh. So moved under braking. Okay, so after looking at this, I think the correct definition of that is that a case could be made that he might have been blocking. Moving under braking, no. Because at that stretch of the track, both of us got our foot to the floor. But I tried to go around the outside of him, and he basically let his car wash out right in front of me. So, in my defense, I feel that he was blocking because he was in the middle of the track, and I went to the left because I was trying to set myself up to have the inside lane when we get to the chicane, and he started moving towards the left, and at that point, it was either slam on the brakes or go into the grass. And I believe I lifted. Let's see here. Yeah, I lifted. Right before he made that swerve, I lifted. What? You were expected to finish 6th. I finished 9th. I mean, take that back. I was expected to finish 6th. I finished 5th, and I still lost rank. Damn, it's already 9:40. It's already kind of late. Well, I got to start getting things together for work tomorrow. So the video's there. You guys feel free to go back and look at that incident, and if you want, come back and tell me what you think in the comments. Was that on me, or was he blocking? So again, I definitely did not hit him on purpose. That's not the way I race. But but I think I'm going to state my case that I think he was blocking a little bit because he suddenly moved and put me in a position where I either had to slam on the brakes or go into the grass. And that last time we looked at the replay, if you look at my throttle inputs, you will see that when he made that sudden move, I did lift, hoping that the car would be able to slow down, just, coasting on his own. I was hoping it'd be able to slow down and then I could try to go around him to the right. So, and then you saw the choice words that he had for me in the chat. So, all right, folks. Thanks so much for watching. That's going to do it for me. Wait a minute. Okay. Well, we got some of it back in order. Oops. Okay. I'm still trying to sort this thing out, figure out how this thing got out of whack. All right, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Let's see here. Tomorrow's Thursday. Between now and then, I don't know if I got anything planned. If I don't have to work Saturday, I'm going to shoot for doing the 2.4 hours at Daytona on Race Room. We'll just see how it plays out, so stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We will see you on the next one. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. Have a good one, everybody. See you soon.